This is Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. Well, the film I'm talking about right now is called All I See Is You. Well, this is directed by Mark Forster. You know, he did Monsters Ball and World War Z. And in this film stars Blake Lively and Jason Clarke. Well, Blake Lively, she plays Gina. She's blind, and they're living in Bangkok, Thailand. Yeah, she's with her husband. His name is James, played by Jason Clarke. You know, he's a good-looking guy, stuff like that. He's making good money in insurance, so they're able to live in this foreign country. But she's blind. Now, here's the problem that I had with this film. It really didn't show how she got blind or what happened, but we know that she had a very bad car accident when she was a child. But the film to me was a little bit distorted in showing that she was a child and got blinded, and her parents died and things like that, because it did it in a way where she was blind and the camera trying to show that she can only see just little lights and shadows. And that's how they showed the accident. And it kept coming back and forth, you know, flashbacks in the film about her accident. And it still didn't help me to understand how and what happened in the accident. Now, the cinematographer too was showing that her world was blurry. And, you know, he did that with distorted shots and stuff like that, but it kind of worked a little bit. But anyway, Gina was going to an eye doctor. He's played by Danny Houston. And he finally did an operation where she can see out of her right eye. And, you know, she can see okay. She didn't need glasses or anything like that, according to this film. And so she was doing better. But the problem with that is, well, her husband. Remember, she was very codependent on her husband. You know, he created her schedules and everything like that for her. Then she became independent. That was this scene where she went to Spain, her and her husband went to Spain to visit her sister. Man, that was a good scene. I really enjoyed it. I wish they would have spent more time there in Spain with her sister and her husband and, you know, her nieces and nephews. But they realized there's something else going on, and that created tension in their marriage. And, you know, James, because he wanted her as she was, he tried to do things to keep her blind. And I understand that, because I've seen that in families when I was a drug counselor, where they said, like, the husband or the wife, they want to get off drugs, but the husband or the wife doesn't want them to change because that person is very dependent upon them. And also that person has power over them, and they didn't want to give up that power. Well, the same thing happened here in this film with James and Gina. Now, this is supposed to be some type of thriller. At least that's the title. It said this is a thriller. Yeah, it wasn't thriller. Nothing in here to show that it was a thriller. You know, a lot of answers, you know, were there. If you had questions in your mind, they were answered. But they were so vague. You know, they were so in the distance. You had to say to yourself, is that correct? Is that what I want to believe? But anyway, that's how this film was. Also, here, the ending was very, very shoddy. And the ending didn't feel correct for me. I felt that this vehicle for Blake Lively wasn't the right vehicle for her. I mean, she did some acting in it. She got a little naked in this too. You know, you can look forward to that a little bit. Jason Clarke also a little bit. But I don't know. All I can see is you. But All I See Is You is not a film I really didn't want to see. I'm only giving this 1.5 palm trees out of 4, 1.5 stars out of 4 for All I See Is You. Well, go see it for yourself. And then you might say to yourself, what did I see? Hey, I'm Al McGee with your entertainment ticket at www.yeticket.com. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.